What's up guys, this is Rise and welcome to a bit of a longer video, so sit back, grab a snack and enjoy the show. Pause the video, go get some, I don't know, some carrots and ranch dressing. I know ranch is more of an American thing, so maybe if you're overseas, so if you're in Europe or Asia, you don't have any ranch dressing, but grab a healthy snack of your choosing and enjoy the video. We're watching Shadow Cradily today. Thank you to Unknown Move, the trainer that submitted these battles. I'm excited to see Shadow Cradily in action. He's gonna farm this Medicham down with the Marowak Dynamic Punch. Oh my goodness. A ghost type just got Dynamic Punched. How dare you? How dare you, Medicham? The disrespect. If that Medicham had Ice Punch, that would have been the way to go. I wonder if it was Triple Fighter Medicham, Power Up Punch, and Dynamic Punch. And now I know Becky in the comments and Trevor are already complaining, typing, I saw the Azumir, so I left and disliked the video. Well, Trevor, you're not going to get to see Shadow Cradily in action, so joke's on you. And we're going to see some playing rough here, maybe some Ice Beams and some Hydro Pumps, who knows. But this Azu is shiny. So this Azu has the shiny bonus, which means it's guaranteed it's going to beat the opposing Azu. Don't at me. Nice catch. Hopefully this is a play rough for this trainer. It is indeed a play rough. Obviously they would go for play rough. They're not going to Ice Beam or Hydro Pump the opposing Azu. Even if they did Ice Beam, that would have been resisted as well. Back comes Mr. Altaria, or Mrs. And Shadow Bone is going to chunk away. Altaria is definitely not going to shield. Going to save a shield for an Ice Beam. But yeah, Azu's so tanky. Azu can certainly tank a Sky Attack. Might be able to barely tank 2. This is kind of tricky though. So if you're the opponent, do you let it go, save your shield for Azu? No, you shield Altaria and... Oh, that's bad. Okay. Is Unknown Move going to win this still? Do you undercharge this? I forget if that opposing Azu has energy or not. You just get rid of it. Oh, it had like 2 HP. My bad. I forgot the opposing Azu was so low on health. Yeah, 2 bubbles did the trick. No point undercharging. Nicely done, nicely done. Unknown Move. Who knows what move he is running. He probably psychs out his opponents. This is a terrific matchup for Marowak, by the way, because you can hit for super effective Bone Clubs, and everything is resisted against this cast form that it's dishing at you. Opponents are probably psyched out by Unknown Move. They're like, oh my gosh, I wonder if he's running some crazy move sets like Fire Blast and Flame Wheel. Okay. Yeah, so the opponent must be double weak to Marowak because this is not a good matchup that they're staying in. So they're probably just dishing out as much damage as they can and sacrificing their cast form here. Oh, actually gets to a 3rd Weather Ball. So nicely done by the opponent, actually getting a shield. Going straight Weather Ball in this matchup. But Unknown Move here has a lot of energy. Should be able to get to 2 Shadow Bones against the Whiscash. And no point in switching out because you have such a dominant matchup in your Cradily. So as long as you can keep alignment your Cradily against the Whiscash, you're in a really good position. Whiscash has like 4 or 5 Mud Shots worth of energy. You do have to respect the Blizzard. I like that he was trying to catch it. Because, yeah, you do have to respect the Blizzard here. Nice shield. Whiscash staying in. Interesting. Oh, this is just a Mud Bomb for sure. Mud Bomb does hit for neutral. The Whiscash understood that it wasn't going to reach a Blizzard, so it's just doing some chip damage. In comes Scarm. And this is why Cradily has some really nice coverage with Rock and Grass. Because what's Grass weak to? Well, Fliers and Fire. And that Rock covers both of those. So, really nice coverage. That Stone Edge did so much damage, man. That did a lot of damage to a Skarmory, which is a pretty tanky Pokemon. And then Azu is just like, hold my beer. I can take 2 sky attacks. This game's not quite over, though. Oh, now it's over. For some reason, I was thinking Skarmory still had a shield. It's early. It's actually 4:17 a.m. my time. I couldn't really sleep, so I'm like, you know what? Time to make a video. I was gonna make a video last night, and then I fell asleep. So I fell asleep like really early, like 9 o'clock. Here we go. Great lead against Toxicroak. You want to keep this alignment. Marowak can totally tank a Mud Bomb, so you don't really want to shield this first one. I like the no shield here because these counters do so little. Double resisted. Going straight Bone Club. Typically, Toxicroaks know you're going to Bone Club, so they don't shield. This Toxicroak will shield. A little bit of lag. Okay, interesting play here. I don't know if this is the play, because if this Toxicroak switches out, it's going to be a little bit dangerous to deal with in the back. But you do lure out a Drifloon, which is nice, because your other 2 Pokemon don't really want to deal with the Drifloon too much. I would totally let this go, because they might be inclined to bait. Yeah. Because that Azu was like getting close to Shadow Ball range, so it seemed like a baitable opportunity for the opponent, in which case I would call it, because you would have lived the Shadow Ball anyway and still gotten to the ice. I wouldn't shield this either, because you could have gotten some nice farm there. Oh my god, catching the Icy Wind. Unknown move, the plays unknown move. Okay, interesting. The thing is, like, that Toxicroak is going to be an issue now. That Toxicroak is going to be an issue, especially if it counters you down. Okay, I guess it's low. Oh, man, okay. This is... Oh, how... This is so complex now. This is so complex. Oh, man. Ugh, should have thrown that Ice Beam when he had it. I don't think there was any point in over-farming there. Maybe there was a little bit of lag that threw him off. Only needs like a couple of Bullet Seeds. And you have to save a shield for the Sludge Bomb, because that Toxicroak has a ton of energy. Tanks the Earthquake. Beautiful job managing his energy, doubling up in the Grass Knot. And now he can CMP tie with the Toxicroak. Toxicroak committed to the counter, I guess. Since the opponent still had a shield. So the only way Toxicroak should have thrown there was if it had double Mud Bombs, which I don't think it had. I think it was like at the Sludge Bomb. But yeah, really nicely done by Unknown Move. That was a very complex game with a lot of switching. I think just staying in with the Marowak against the Tox is sometimes the play, but I mean, it worked out for him. Okay. Instant swap into Cradily against the Flyer, which is kind of funny. Gotta shield this. This would do quite a bit of damage. Hits for neutral because of Grass Rock typing. Altaria has to respect the Stone Edge. I can't imagine the Altaria doesn't shield this. Altaria does shield. Another Stone Edge coming through. Do they try and call this? Do they not know the counts? Be like, oh, this is just a Grass Knot? Okay, no. They know. Should be able to get there first, right? The opponent knows. Yes. Beautifully done. This works out super well. You have the Stone Edge loaded for the Altaria in back, and the opponent knew that they were going to get Stone Edge before they could switch, or before they could get to a Sky Attack, rather. So they swap out, and now you're going to be able to win this matchup with your Azumarill and take switch advantage back, and you're going to have a Stone Edge loaded for the Altaria. So as long as there's not something that just totally destroys Marowak in back, which I can't imagine there would be. It could be like a G-Fisk, a Skarmory. Yeah, this is GG's. A Steel Wing Skarmory, even better for Marowak. And this is just a Sky Attack, right? Must be like Sky Attack Flash Cannon, because this would be like an opportunity to Brave Bird. The only way you lose is if the ult... No, even if the ult farms you down, which it's going to, then you just come in with Azu to force the ult to expend its energy. That Umbreon is still alive, though, so the opponent's doing a good job of keeping himself alive and giving himself a chance. Okay, he knows he wins CMP, I guess. I guess Cradily wins CMP over ult, so no point in my strategy. And then the quick swap. Azu actually wins CMP over Umbreon. It didn't look like CMP, though. An unknown move is going to take a known victory. Nicely done. Man, unknown move. You like to make things tricky. Well, I guess the opponent kind of made them tricky that game. The previous game, you were making things tricky. But some complex gameplay here. Some high-level thinking going on. Marowak versus Venu. Amazing lead. One of the best leads you could ask for. In comes Mew. Oh, okay. This is not great. This is not a great situation. Oh, okay. So after the wild charge, no point in going for play rough. You would just want to go Ice Beam because it would pretty much KO. I like this call. People like to bait with Flame Charge after they throw the Wild Charge, and then that allows Azu to get to a second move. So you lose Switch, but you're up 2 shields. So I think he played that very well. Oh, that was weird. Unfortunately, he's going to have to shield a Wild Charge here. That would do a lot of damage, so I like the shield. Goes for the farm down. Nice. Great farm down. In comes Fisk. Should be in a good situation. I'd probably switch here. Oh. A little bit of lag, but he caught it. Nicely done. It's a Rock Slide. It's neutral. Yeah, it's neutral. Gets to this Stone Edge before having to take a move. Does some nice chip damage. Now you pretty much just let your Cradily go, farm down with Marowak, and then take out the Fisk. Frenzy. Did the Venusaur farm up enough to get to another? They did. Nicely done. And you have to respect it. So this is kind of tricky. Maybe you double Bone Club here. Ooh, okay. I think double Bone Club would have been enough. But wants to play it safe. Go Shadow Bone Club. Yeah. Nice. I respect it. Better safe than sorry, especially if he was counting and knew that Stunfisk couldn't get to a Rock Slide. So best not to take your chances. Next opponent. Oh, okay. Bad lead. Really bad lead. But it's actually not that bad for Marowak. And this is, so like, you know how we saw the cast form, the Sunny cast form kind of just sacrifice itself and do as much damage as possible? I think that's the best play for the Marowak here because these counters don't do anything. So you're going to get to 2 Bone Clubs in one turn. Yeah. Oh, no. Unless you snuck in a Fire Spin, the Obstacle should get to 2. Night Slashes first, but somehow he got to 2 first. Yeah, so just sacrifices it. Does a lot of damage in the process, and now you're going to be able to bubble this thing down. This is not a gunk shot. Oh my god, he's going to shield it? I don't think you shield this. I know it's boosted, but it's still a weak move that's resisted against an Azu. I don't think that's worth the shield. So at this point, you would want to stay in against the Azu and hope that they throw their energy right away. Got a shield, wow. So the opponent's a little bit scared of Azu, it seems. And now you switch that the Azu's energy dry, because even though Rock is super effective against Ice, Rock does not resist Ice. So that Ice Beam will be hitting Cradily for super effective. Oh my god! Double Mud Boy team. In comes Whiscash. And they're literally just sacrificing their Whiscash. So that was not the play by the opponent. That was not the play. The play was to stay in with your Azu, I think. and then do as much as you can, and then save your Whiscash and back. Yeah. I mean, the opponent probably was thrown off seeing a Shadow Cradily, but that was not the play. Grass Knot coming through. Hypothetically, like maybe you get the shield with your Azu, you live a Grass Knot. Probably not. Probably don't live the Grass Knot. And then you Blizzard in the back. But no, that was a tough situation for the opponent. They didn't have much play either way, even if they didn't switch. Marowak into Machamp, good lead. Just have to be careful of the Rock Slide or the Payback if you're running into a spicy, crazy Machamp. That was enough for a Rock Slide, yep. They threw right away at the Rock Slide. They're out of energy here. I like going for the Shadow Bone here because I don't expect the Machamp to shield, and a Bone Club wouldn't take it out. The Machamp does shield. Defense fell. So this Bone Club might actually KO if they don't shield. Yeah, it does KO. That's super nice. You could potentially have swapped into your Azu here, but I like this play of just letting it go. This is the safest play because you have such a hard counter matchup here. Oh, that was not the play. That was not the play. Well, it worked out. It worked out because Jirachi, probably a positive matchup for Jirachi since this Azu doesn't have Hydro Pump, but it's still pretty neutral. Like Azu's just so bulky that even though it's only dishing out resisted charge moves, it's still pretty good. I don't know about that shield either. Because Doom Desire doesn't do a whole lot. I guess it'll chunk, so you're going to have to shield one of them, perhaps. Would have had to shield one anyway, I guess. So it makes sense. Going for Ice Beam. Oh, man. Oh, man. This Doom Desire hits for super effective. It's going to do a lot of damage. Oof. Okay. Oh, no. Oh, why is the Swampert not throwing the energy? I don't know. I guess Swampert's going to try and farm down here. Oh, CMP. Oh, the Swampert threw. The Swampert threw. Oh, man. Swampert could have won. You need the bubble to KO or to survive the confusion. Yep. Wow. What a close game. I think the opponent kind of threw that game by not either throwing their Hydra right away, or maybe they lost CMP. Is that what happened? They lost CMP and they didn't realize. I actually have no idea who wins CMP there, so maybe I would have lost that game too. I threw a Sylph match just yesterday. I was so upset at myself. I played against this guy, Chumpaletta. Chump, if you're watching. GG's, my man. Really talented battler. But I was so upset with myself. He was so polite and kind in the messages afterwards, and I was just thinking to myself, like, man, like I literally had that game, and I could have farmed down, but I didn't do that. I fell for the CMP trick, and then I also didn't swap when I should have swapped because I'm like, oh, I can take this thing out with a charge move, but if I had just swapped and saved that charge move for later, I would have won as well. So we all make mistakes. I made like 7 of them to find a lose condition. But we all have those days. It's all right. It's not the end of the world. It's one loss. That's what I got to tell myself. Going for the bubble down. Probably going to be a Shadow Ball. Bubble Beam. Interesting. I wasn't counting, so maybe they didn't even build up to Shadow Ball. They were definitely going to be able to reach it, so not sure why they didn't go for it. Are they going to go for an aggressive counter down? I like the Ice Beam here because people like to shield their Toxicroak. Yeah. So might as well just go for the Ice Beam. Toxicroak honestly could have countered down and maybe like eaten an Ice Beam against a debuffed Azu. Okay, this is interesting. I guess your Cradily wants to avoid the Toxicroak, so it makes sense to switch it in here. You know you can survive the Icy Wind. Go straight Stone Edge and just save your shield for Marowak. I think you're in good shape. If you get a shield here, that's pretty good. Oh my gosh. The debuff. The debuff Stone Edge did so much. Debuff Stone Edge did so much. And now you just fire spin down. Now you just double Shadow Bone. You win. Shadow Bone won't one-shot, but it'll do quite a bit of damage. I'd guess like 70% or so. Looks like they're on 60. Toxicroak, a little tankier than I was expecting against the Shadow Bone. You just fire spin down. Toxicroak would have needed to get to 2 Mud Bombs, so wasn't going to quite get there. GG's Trainer. Also, even though, okay, terrible lead. Let's see if he can get out of this. Safe swap Cradily. In comes Abomasnow. Opponent was quite slow to switch, but as long as they shield these, they should significantly outpace Cradily. They don't shield! Oh my god! And they quit. Oh, Shadow Cradily. So disrespectful against the Abomasnow. Oh my goodness. Poor snowman. In the meadow, we can build a snowman, but he doesn't want to take a Stone Edge from a Shadow Cradily, or else he'll get one shot. Altaria, we've seen this lead before. He likes to go straight into Cradily. I like this strategy, because the opponent's going to be inclined to stay in. They're like, oh, flying versus grass. I should win this. Which you would in like the 0 and the 1 shield probably. But not the 2. Because after this one, you start to slightly outpace. You get to the Stone Edge at the same time as the Skytech for the first one, and then you're going to be ahead. Oh my god, landed it. Shield, Bullet Seed down, and then you take Switch, and now you're looking Gucci gang. Get some nice farm too, because the Bullet Seeds are double resisted. In comes Registeel. Oh my goodness. Went 1 Bullet Seed too much, so wasted a little bit of energy. But that's okay. Gonna get to another Stone Edge here. And these really chunk away. I mean, it's a hard-hitting move. Stone Edge is a pretty dang good move. 2 of them resisted, did more than half to Reggie. And now the Reggie's forced to throw its energy. So the opponent's not in a very good situation. Marowak hard walls this Registeel. For some reason, the Reggie's staying in. I have no idea why. If you're the Reggie, like, you gotta get out of there. Let's see what's in back. And they went for the wrong move, Focus Blast. Guys, if you're ever a Registeel against a Marowak, go Flash Cannon. Oh, they have a Blossom in back. Oh my gosh, this poor trainer. This poor trainer. Okay, so guys, the opponent here really should have won this game by simply, when the opponent switched into Cradily, when Unknown Move switched into Cradily, the opponent should have switched into Registeel, won that matchup. Then you got Altaria versus Marowak, and then you've got Blossom versus Azu. Should have been a win for the opponent, but they misplayed it. But, I mean, that's what happens sometimes when you run something spicy like Shadow Cradily. You throw people off, and they might not know what exactly to do. They might be afraid because, like, Cherim, for example, or Roserade has Fire Weather Ball, so maybe they're thinking, like, Cradily has that too, and you're just throwing people off. Stone Edge against the Flyer. Is it gonna land? No, it doesn't. But you know, oh, okay. Oh my god, what? Why? Do people not know this thing's moves and typing? Oh, the grass knot did so much. Oh my gosh. Just let it go. Let it go. Can't hold you back anymore. 1 Fire Spin takes it out. You do have to respect the Shadow Ball. Might be a bait. Yeah, nice bait by the opponent. Get to the Shadow Bone here. Debuff, so it won't quite KO the Drifblim. Does a lot, though. Oh, Drifblim doesn't even get to a move. That's actually better. Then there's an Azu back, and you're all good. I would actually switch here because you're debuffed. So I would actually switch to clear your debuff, but either way, you're totally fine. And Azu can just clean up against good old Wigglytuff. Shield to play rough, even though that won't be enough because Azu's pretty dang tough. Bubbles down the Wiggly. Nicely done for unknown move. Next battle. Here we go. HDKP 3110. Will they be able to get the job done against Senor Unknown Move? Terrific lead against the Skarmory. It's your best answer for it. In comes Azu. A little bit slow to switch, but that's fine. You're going to be able to outpace this Azu anyway. Shield the Ice Beam. You would definitely be able to tank it, but it does hit for super effective. It would do quite a bit. I wonder if Grass Knot KOs from here. Let's see. Probably not. But get a shield. Get CMP. Beautiful. Do you get the second shield? You don't. Azu survives with a few HP. He's thinking Cradily survives. And he is correct. Survives with a decent chunk. Gonna get farmed down with a Skarmory, which is unfortunate, but it's fine. Oof. Do you shield? Yeah. Respect the Brave Bird here. Nice shield. In comes Swampert. So I would have actually unloaded your energy on the Swampert there, because you want to get a shield off it. And this Sludge Wave obviously does a ton of damage. So now the Swampert could potentially farm up a ton and you might lose this. Let's see what happens. The Swampert really needs to double up. Swampert really needs to double up. I don't think this quite KOs, but maybe the Swampert doesn't get to a second one. Oh, it does KO. No, one more Fire Spin. I think the Swampert might have overtapped. Really interesting. Okay. Shadow Bone almost KOs. One Fire Spin does the trick. So yeah, I think the play there was actually to unload your Shadow Bones on the Swampert first, and that would have cemented the victory. Because you did give an opportunity for the Swampert to double up and then win CMP against your Marowak and back. I'm not sure if the Swampert overtapped, but they also could have thrown one or two more mud shots. They also could have taken an Ice Beam. Because the Ice Beam or Play Rough would do less than the Shadow Bone, right? Terrific matchup against the Registeel. I don't know why this Registeel is staying in. This is literally like the worst possible matchup. But I guess they're double weak to Marowak. It's the only explanation. Marowak leaves with a ton of energy. In comes Alt. Oh! I don't think he's going to get to the second one. That'd be amazing if he does, though. Oh, okay. He stores it. I like this play. I like this play. In comes G-Fisk. Yeah, he's got this game sealed. I like the play of especially because he got that shield on the Shadow Bone. I like the play to swap Azu, knowing that Cradily up a shield can take Altaria and back. And Azu is so tanky and so versatile that it's usually going to be able to get a shield in pretty much any matchup, or like put in some work. Like, what are the worst matchups for Azu? Like Tentacruel, I guess, but like you're not going to see a Tentacruel. So like a Meganium would be pretty bad, but you're still going to get to an Ice Beam. You're still going to be able to chip away at it. So like even in Azu's worst matchups, it's going to be able to like do something, right? You're not just going to get totally hard punished by most teams. Like in some of my teams, for example, like Mew is like my answer for Azu. And Azu, if it plays it right, could totally like create some trouble in that matchup. A fitting way to end the video. I think this is the last battle, and Cradily is going to finish off Big Fluffy Sky Dragon with a Stone Edge to one-shot it. Boom, boom. Shadow Cradily looks kind of scary, and it hits hard as well. Unknown Move, thank you very much, my man, for sending those battles. Fun to watch. Normally, I like people that send me just like one set to keep these videos around like 10, 15 minutes, but we got 3 sets there or something. So thank you, Unknown Move, for the battles. A longer video. Hope you guys enjoyed. Let me know if you like the longer video or if you'd prefer to keep them shorter. Either way, maybe we'll do these occasionally for some longer battles. But all that said, thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this content, make sure to leave a like and subscribe. And all that said, I hope to see you in the next one. Peace.